Israel has declared war on Palestinian militant group Hamas after it carried out an unprecedented attack on Israel last Saturday. Global and regional leaders continue effort to end the ongoing escalation of this war. Meanwhile, Israeli forces continue pounding the Gaza Strip, killing at least 1,100 Palestinians. The death toll in Israel has climbed to 1,200 people. Hello friends, my name is Nitin and today let's evaluate how will this war impact India. Hamas militants from Gaza fired thousands of rockets toward Israel on Saturday morning. And soon after that, these militants entered into Israel border and killed hundreds of people, including civilians and soldiers, and took at least 100 hostages with them. Israel Defense Forces IDF then retaliated with lethal airstrike on Gaza Strip that killed at least 900 people. And Israeli troops took back control of all Israeli communities in Gaza's vicinity on its southern border. IDF spokesman said on Tuesday that bodies of about 1,500 Hamas fighters have been recovered inside Israel since the attack on Saturday. He also added Israel has never faced a terror attack of this magnitude that has taken lives of so many civilians. On the other hand, Hamas calls this attack an Operation Al-Aqsa Storm and said that the assault was a response to what it described as Israeli attack on women, the desecration of Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, and the ongoing siege of Gaza. As expected, Israel has declared war against this attack and launched Operation Swords of Iron, striking suspected Hamas and Islamic Jihad targets in Gaza. Hundreds have been killed in Gaza as of Monday, including dozens of children and women. The IDF told civilians in Gaza to leave their residential areas immediately for their safety, as Israeli military operation continues to target Hamas. All crossing between Israel and Gaza have been shut, potentially setting the stage for a ground incursion into the enclave. Israeli Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant ordered a complete siege on Gaza. That means no electricity, no food, no fuel, and no water. Current situation is very bad out there. World is divided. All countries are either supporting Israel or Palestine. Unfortunately, other militant groups are also joining Hamas in this fight. This war may go long and affect the world. After decades of non-aligned and pro-Arab policy, India formally established relationship with Israel when it opened an embassy in Tel Aviv in January 1992. Ties between the two nations have flourished since, primarily due to common strategic interests and security threats. The ongoing war between Israel and Palestine terrorist group Hamas has thrown a shadow of uncertainty over the Middle East's geopolitical stability. This development is concerning not only the global economy but also for India, given its dependency on crude oil and its strong trade ties with Israel. It is no secret that one of the immediate impact of this conflict is the surge in oil prices. Now, this hits India hard because it's the world's third largest importer of crude oil. When oil prices soar, it often leads to higher prices for everything. And that's not a good news for a country that relies heavily on oil imports. It can trigger inflation and slow down economic growth. According to the Embassy of India in Israel, the trade between the two countries stood at US $10 billion in the financial year 2022 and 2023. That fiscal Indian merchandise export to Israel were valued at 7.89 billion and Israeli export to India were 2.13 billion. India's major export to Israel include automotive diesel, chemical and mineral products, machinery and electrical equipments, plastics, textile and apparel, transport equipment, and agriculture products. India primarily imports defense machinery, petroleum oils, electrical equipment, and transport equipments. The bilateral trade could take a hit if the Israel Hamas war is prolonged, as Israel's resources would then get concentrated toward conflict response. The conflict could potentially create supply chain disruptions, which would weigh on Indian defense project and hence impact execution. Note that Israel is one of the key defense equipment supplier to India. As per Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, 37% of Israel's exports were made to India over 2018 to 2022. Besides private companies, public sector undertakings such as Bharat Electronics Limited, Bharat Dynamics Limited, and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited would also bear the brunt of this crisis. On the flip side, Israel prioritizing its defense inventory for the war effort could possibly drive greater emphasis on local production for India. The expenditure on defense procurement from foreign sources has dropped to 36.7% in December 2022 from 46% of overall expenditure in 2018 and 19. In recent G20 meeting, Indian Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi unveiled ambitious plan to create modern-day spice route linking Europe, the Middle East and India, boosting trade ties with potentially wide-ranging geopolitical implications. The ongoing conflict between Hamas militants and Israel is likely to cast a shadow on India's ambitions to play a bigger role in global trade. I hope, friends, I gave you a decent outlook of this war's impact on India, and I really wish the peace talk begins soon and stop this war from escalating further. This is a very sensitive matter though, so keep your eyes and ear open and do share and subscribe my videos. Till then, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.